Welcome to ACC Studio Interviews, and today I am your host Janae, and I am here with
Mrs. May.
And I'm going to be asking you some questions about your job at the ACC.
All right.
So first, how does the process of getting a student into the Career Center go?
So our process starts at the sending school. So the ACC representatives will go into the sending school and do a presentation, and that is to let the students know what programs we offer at the Career Center, like what are some differences between our campus and what they're typically used to at their high school campus. And then after that, we have an online intent form. So we ask the students during the months of January, February, and March, sometime in that window, to go online and complete the intent form. After they've completed the intent form, then their counselors will send us paperwork. They'll collect permission slips from the parents, and then we start from there with the placements.
And how many applications do you normally have to go through?
So depending on the year, we have 10 high schools that are feeding into the Career Center. So that means there's a lot of room for applicants of interested students, and we will typically get around 1,500 to 2,000 applications. Yeah,
and
that's a lot.
How long have you been doing this?
This is my 5th year with the Career Center and my 21st year with School City.
And do you like it?
Love it. Yep. So I actually was just talking to a student earlier, and I started with School City in the classroom. So I was 5th grade, middle school, high school, back down to kindergarten, and then 5th grade. So kind of all over the place. But I absolutely love being in the classroom, being with students, and I think that the Career Center offered an opportunity for me to reach beyond just my classroom of students and be able to help students from all of those 10 schools. Like, that really opened up my opportunity for outreach and for promoting what we offer here at School City and through the Career Center.
And so do you ever feel like sad when you have to reject some of the students that want to come to the Career Center?
Every single time. So it's really difficult. The Career Center, depending on what program you want to get into, there are a lot of interests from our student groups, right? So if we're looking at cosmetology, for example, we have a huge demand from the 10 schools for that program. And unfortunately, it also comes with extra red tape, right? Like, we have 1,500 hours that students have to get in the classroom in order to complete the licensing for the cosmetology license from the state. And with that, it means we can only take students who are juniors. So when we have a senior who applies and would be amazing, like, they've been doing hair and makeup since they were little, they've been practicing watching videos at home and practicing with friends, or their parents have been showing them, and they're very passionate about it, but they're a senior. So it doesn't allow them enough time to fit in all 1,500 hours, and so we would have to say no, and it's crushing because they're looking forward to at least the opportunity to get started. And the other thing that comes with it is the students are offered not just the career side, not just the high school side for credits or dual credits, but this is a chance for them to get a certification that is exactly the same as what they would get if they went to any outside school. So if they went to Don Roberts Beauty School, they would take 2 years to do that program as well. They'd be getting 1,500 hours of time, and that would cost about $20,000, whereas here at the Career Center it's $1,000. So it's kind of a double-edged sword for me when we're telling a student no. It's no to the high school opportunity, but it's also no to having that leg up on getting something done for a much cheaper price, right, and getting a good start.
And so how do you determine whether a student gets accepted or not?
So we actually have a placement committee. Our placement committee looks at all of the students who applied based on their program first. So we get those 2,000 applicants, and we have a big screen in like a data room, right? So it's like our war room. We'll go back there and we have all the students who are wanting construction. We put them on the screen, and then our schools that send students to us are split up into AM groups and PM groups. So that kind of helps because we already know right off the bat that some of the students are automatically going to be AM students. So if you're from Highland, if you're from Hast, if you're Griffith, Lake Central, those students are automatically going to be AM students. And what we will do from there is see if I have construction 25 seats that are open for first year, then I have to look and see how many of them are AM for those 25. If there are more than 25 who have applied, then we look at all kinds of data points. So it could be your attendance, it could be your behavior, it could be recommendation from a counselor from your sending school, it could be grades, GPA, not necessarily like just the GPA by itself, but it could be like if you're going into, let's say, engineering, and you're really good at math and science, but you weren't so great at English, you weren't so great at maybe like US history. Well, those are not what you need to be successful in engineering as much. Like, you still need them, but we need you to be strong in math and we need you to be strong in science. So we're able to kind of look at your GPA based on the courses that align with the subject that you're wanting to take here at the Career Center. So we look at several data points, and our committee will then decide, you know, like, where do we go from here? We also ask students, every student who completes an online intent form, we ask them to tell us why it is that they want to go to the Career Center. Like, why are you applying? Why are you asking for this particular program? And then we ask them what their future career goals are. And a lot of times we will look at those two questions to see, is what the student wanting to do at the Career Center in alignment with what they're wanting to do post high school. So whether it's going off to four-year university, whether it's going into trade schools, or just going into the workforce. Like, we want to make sure that we're giving everybody the best opportunity to be successful with the goals that they have for themselves.
And is there any like important information that you have to know for those people who are applying to the ACC?
All kinds of stuff. So that's where we rely on those counselors at the sending schools to make sure that they paint the best picture for every single student. And our sending school counselors are phenomenal. So no matter which of the 10 sending schools our students are coming from, the counselors do a great job of giving us a full picture of what that student looks like, because we don't know them, right? So I tell the sending school students this all the time when we go in to promote the ACC to them. Like, I don't know that you're even interested until you complete that online intent form. And then your name pops up on our radar, and now our committee knows, yes, you're interested, but we don't know anything about you other than your name, what school you go to, what program you want, and why, and what you're going to do after high school, because those are the things that you answer on the online intent form. So from there, the counselors do the heavy work behind the scenes, and they give us the transcripts to tell us like what kind of student you are. They'll let us know about attendance patterns and whether or not those have changed, because we'll have several students who maybe they struggled like freshman year with attendance, but their attendance has gotten better or has been improving slowly like throughout the sophomore year. So I wouldn't know that, but the counselors would, so they can paint that picture for us. The same for behavior. So if you have a student who struggles like middle school, freshman year, they're kind of trying to find out who they are. There are a lot of changes that we go through just personally. And then you can also have home life, school life, like all kinds of things are on our plates as students. So you might have struggles freshman year. You might not have been doing so well in your classes. And again, I only see what's on the transcript, but the counselor would know like if that truly is a reflection of that student's capabilities, or if that was just a struggle that the student was going through. If it's something that like was medical, maybe a student had a rough attendance year because they were out on medical leave. So again, the counselor can let us know, and then they can tell us about additional extracurriculars that the student might be involved in to kind of bolster their chances on being seen as a whole student.
And so, how do you deal with the teacher that may want to leave an ACC program when there's no replacement?
What? No, nobody's leaving. Don't say that. Take it back. So if a teacher were to leave for the Career Center, our process is we follow what the school board policies are, right? So we would have to post the position, look for a candidate, interview that individual or individuals, because hopefully we have more than one interested person who wants to join our awesome team and hang out with students. So we would go through just the normal process of hiring a teacher. And the only add-on is that we're trying to promo that to the public, like, hey, we're looking for a teacher, because we are not hiring from like education background, like that you went to university to become a teacher. We're hiring from the community.
Hey, hope it doesn't happen. That wasn't my question.
Okay,
that
good. I'm going to take that back. Yeah.
That's all the time we have for this week on ACC Studio Interviews, and I have been your host, Janae, and you.
Mrs. May.
Thank you for watching.